And finally, the last bit of calculation that we're going to do is figure out how much the school is going to be getting each year. Now, if you go back to the mission statement we did and want to know and need to know, we learned that the food court will be receiving for the school 20% of the profit each day from each of the restaurants if they make a profit. So what we want to do now is we want to figure out what that 20% cut would be for a day and then multiply that by 180 days for the school year itself. So if you have the daily profit, this chart should be entirely done. I just did a very little bit to get you started, but I want you to do the rest. Do that first. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go on down here and figure out what the school will get every year from the profit of that restaurant. So here's how you're going to set it up. Your formula is going to be equal to the daily profit that's being generated times 20%, which is 0.2. And you're going to take that 20% a day and multiply it by 180 school days that are in a school year. What you notice here is you see a loss. Now, if I scroll on down, you're going to notice we get to a point where there's a profit perhaps being generated. And we just get down to the $4 range before we see it, and that's okay. There we go. So in this case, you can see that at $4, the school could receive potentially every school year $216 from the food court, from the Taco Villa. And at $3.50 meal, you would see that the school would be receiving $1,152. Now, is there more profit to be had down below here? I don't know. You got to do the math. Once it's done, though, highlight the single biggest profit that you have. If there are negative numbers, which are in parentheses, do remember that the school is not going to take the loss. That's going to be the risk that the entrepreneurs have to take at the various food courts. So if there is a negative number, that's going to mean nothing for the school. It's not their problem. So go ahead and do the math, figure out the total amount of profit, and simply bold the highest total profit that you would see for each of these different restaurants, and keep in mind that it will be at different prices. And once you have that done, you've taken care of the math that you need to do for this project. Thanks for watching.